This should be working now with minimal delay, hopefully. Yeah, let's see if it's going. So, hello, and welcome, I guess. I'm hoping this is gonna work immediately. First try, maybe? Maybe it's gonna work. Okay. What? Okay, we should go back to this one. Gamedev Pt2. Okay. Okay, this should be a lot faster now. Let's see here. Yeah, it's only like a 1 or 2 second delay now. So it's going fast now. I'm gonna have to go to my YouTube channel actually, so I can see the live stream, and so that I can do that. See the live stream, and so that I can do that. See the. Okay, now it's muted. Now it's muted, and it should be working a lot nicer. So that's good. That's very good. Now we are going to be back now. Okay, time to go back to trying to fix random stuff for the game while I'm talking to the #1 tester so far, who has played the game a lot. Alright, let's do this. Move this down. Move this like this. Like this. Duplicate that. Like that. Like that, and like that. Yeah, there are a lot of bugs currently in the game, not gonna lie. It is very, very, very buggy. But, yeah, I do agree. It is a pretty crazy amount. Let's just do that. Okay, that is coming together, actually. I hope. See this thingy? Move it back. Like this. Like that. Okay, just one more small thing and then I'm gonna stop making ramparts. I just realized why I didn't like doing this. Like this, and then just scale it up, hopefully. Duplicate that. Perfect. Perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see, like that, so that the stream isn't doubled over there. Anywhere else I can put these rampart things? Not really. I think that's the best place to put them, and then it just kind of ends here because it's all destroyed. So, just reset my view because Unity's weird. That was a bit of lag, but it's all good. Let's play through the level once more to see if it works. Okay. Have the special levels for the VR version need to be item pickups. Also, backpack for VR. It would be so cool. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree that sounds like a pretty promising idea. We will look into that. And I do agree with the backpack because one of the things that I like the most about VR games is the fact that you can use your hands for a lot of this stuff. Sure, looking around in VR is pretty interesting, but there's always that thing where I'm picking up something and it's not in my hand, but it is. It just feels awesome, to be honest. I'm thinking of also adding some more detailed stuff when we release it. I mean, the VR is going to be included as well for with the rest of the game, so it's going to be on release. So we're going to probably add all of this stuff by then, if we were going to add a VR version, which is very, very, very likely, and it's on our agenda right now. So hopefully we will be able to do that in time and make it high enough quality so that it fits a good standard. Well, that sent me way too high. What in the world? It's not supposed to send me that high. Okay. And now to the ramp thing. Oh, okay, there you go. That goes way too fast in a lot of cases. So try to see something here. Yeah, I do think these little thingies add quite a bit there. Looks pretty nice. Oh, I just fell. Rip. Okay, that is level 17 almost done. There are a few more things that I need to add here, like some more lighting in some of the more darker areas. That's fair, yeah, I could add another wall. Maybe an invisible wall. Do you think invisible or physical would be better for the wall type? I'm going to start making the invisible one just in case. Like that. Then remove the mesh collider. Make it a cube. Or a... What is that even called? Collider. Box. Okay. Box collider. Remove the component, and now we have an invisible wall that should stop you. Yeah, it would be some kind of magic. So do you think there should be more or less invisible walls in the game? Because I've been talking to Kaimi recently, and he says that there should be less physical walls, and that's, or sorry, less like invisible walls, and he's kind of saying that maybe instead of putting something visible there, we should give an explanation on why you are stopped. Like a particle effect or like some chains or whatever would look the best in that situation. Let's see here. Can I hit this second try? Yes, I can. Okay, perfect. Slide down there. Okay, that looked very weird, like some of the water was leaking in, but I guess it's okay. Let's go and see if that works. But I think you should have some particle effects to them when you walk to them too close. Yeah, that would look pretty good. How do we do that? I'm gonna add that to the Trello board actually. That's a pretty good idea. So invisible walls should be invisible until you get close, and then they appear as some sort of particle / magic effect. Or, I mean, particle is an effect. So, guess that works as well. Let's go down here. Get all the way to the end. Currently, I think the graphics are in a good point, as in like the lighting. I was wondering though, do you think the levels get too dark after like level 10? Because that's when it starts darkening up a little bit. Would you increase the brightness in some of them, or does it look good in your opinion? Okay, see this. Visible wall time. Oh, I just hit something else there. I'm gonna have to die to see how that looks. Or if you clip through it, because clipping is also a pretty big issue in this game so far. Which is something else we have to look into. It's quite a lot of stuff. Let's try and get up here. Okay. Boom. Boom. And then finally here. Okay. It's too dark when the character gets damaged. Yeah. I'm thinking of kind of like changing the effect color from black to red, but I'm not 100% sure if it's a good idea because black makes it look more interesting. I get a lot of it with hands, but he fails to do that. Yeah, that would look pretty good as well. For now though, in this game we're trying to make it so you're a ghost, and ghosts don't really have hands, at least from what I know of the traditional, like, invisible ghost type deal, so we're kind of thinking about that at the moment, if we should add animations or if we should just let it be simple and no arms. We're still trying to figure that one out. I'm an advocate for arms, but Kaimi thinks that it wouldn't be such an amazing idea because in a lot of cases the arms would just look pretty wonky. But yeah, I guess it does look very dark when you get hit, so. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if they really care so much. I'm not necessarily trying to, like, get such an insanely good rating. And yeah, I do agree that the weird stuff that certain people put into VR games is bad. I don't agree with that at all, so I'm not trying to add any of that really bad stuff in. Yeah, I don't really see a problem with these effects, because I guess the body and hands, I'm not 100% sure how that would look, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Gonna add that onto the Trello actually as an idea. Maybe add hands and body for the character. That is a pretty good idea. We'll have to run it by the other testers too, though, because we're not 100% sure. It's such a popular idea, but yeah, we'll see. If it wins out, I'm gonna have to model arms and hands and bodies and stuff, so yippee! Oh boy. Let's see if I can get up here again. Get onto this thingy. Yeah, decompiling Unity mobile games isn't that hard. It's kind of just like putting in the .apk or whichever file format that is. I guess I could make another tutorial on how to do that for more views, but I don't want to like copy paste content, so main idea about decompiling stuff, in my opinion, is to see how it's made. I would not really use any content from a decompiled game in my game, and that we haven't used any content from decompiled games in our game, so it's one thing I'm very proud of. Cool. I actually thought that you have to use... Wait, with PC games, do you mean by Apple games or by like PC games, like the Windows one? I don't even know if they have a file extension. Oh, they do .exe. My bad. Yeah. Oh wow, you can no clip through that. Okay, that is... Whoa, that sent me... What in the world? Okay, I will actually... Let's see. So, I have some stuff here. And I'm going to actually see here. Try to see that. So, let's just see what I have in here, because I have no clue. Okay, this is it. So, rename. I guess I have to see the file extension as well. Properties. Advanced. Let's see here. Details. Copyright. Yeah, I have no clue how to do that. So you can change the DLL, but not that. Okay. Well, I guess I'll check that out later. Let's just go back and look through that. Are there any more questions that are on your mind, or is that about it for now? Let's see here. What else could make this level good? Should add some hanged here, like right about here. Like that, rotate it, and put it up like that. Just put like 2 or 3 of them here because it looks more or less interesting and adds a bit of variety. All right. Oh, wow, that is, that was laggy. All right, I think that's level 16, or no, 17, my bad. Can't count correctly. Yeah, it's a thing that I want to start doing now, because if I have something to do, might as well do it on stream for more views for the game, and also because I get to interact live with easier with the people who test your game. Because like, sure, sending a message in Discord is pretty cool, but like while I'm making the game, it helps to have somebody talk to me and help me make the game better. So thank you very much for helping out in that respect as well. Okay. Do they look good here? I think they look pretty decent for now. Gonna have to add a bit more around the map, some other stuff like the spiked. But yeah, I think after I add those in, that's gonna be pretty much the level. Spiked. Actually, I could do something else for this level. Could put someone in stocks, yeah. Let's do that. So right now I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to be creating a new environmental asset for the game. So it's going to be one of these guys. Oh, I want to take off his pants. I'm going to click on that thingy. I'm going to rotate this whole body like that. Henceforward like that. Yeah, we love this project as well, and we're very happy that other people are excited about it as much as we are. And we really appreciate for you helping us a lot. That's really awesome that we are finally able to make a game that's lasted more than just a day for us as well. This is also our first project that has lasted for longer than just a day. Or, like, sure, like a month or 2. I would say that probably not. I don't think that would be necessary, because right now we have a lot of people, or in a project like this you have a lot of people, and I think it would be good how many people we have right now. Of course, like another tester, another few testers would be very, very good, because the more stuff you know about your game, the better, and getting people to test your game for you is better than you testing the game yourself, because in the end, their opinions are just like a consumer's opinion, and in the end, you are going to be selling to people who aren't devs, so yeah, most games do have artists, game designers, and animators. Right now, it's just me and Kaimi, and I guess we're gonna finish this project and we're gonna work on quite a few other ones. So overall, I think that the nice part about making games in like a pre-built game engine like Unity, Unreal, or Godot is that you don't have to be such a great artist, for example, or a, well, that is a lot of lag. I'm gonna have to restart Unity, but you don't have to be such an skilled artist to make a game. I knew almost nothing about doing anything in Pro Builder before I started doing this project, and I just kind of picked it up along the way. And when I have to make a game with ARMS, I guess I'm just gonna pick that along the way as well. That might be quite difficult, but in the end, you do learn a lot of skills that you can use later on. So I would recommend learning this stuff instead of hiring people or getting other people to do it for you. So yeah, let's just put that like that, and then, oh, that is quite laggy. I'm going to have to restart Unity. Okay, let's just restart Unity because that was a bug, but yeah, that's kind of my idea on that. Unity PC games, how are they porting them on consoles? So how they port them on consoles and mobile and VR is that Unity has this thing called the input system, and what that does is that it lets you translate, for example, it assigns like left click. You can set that up to be assigned for a certain button on the controller like X, and then no matter, you don't have to write extra code for that, you just assign in the code that this input system attack is being played, and that's going to play if you click on a Xbox controller X. It's going to do the attack. If it's on a keyboard, it's going to do left click for the attack. So it's really, really good. It's also very easy to do it. It's functional, unlike Pro Builder Select. Come on, let me see. It almost works. Okay, there you go. How do stocks? Well, yeah, it was actually pretty cool when I first found out about it as well. That was quite a shock to me because I was like, it's going to be so hard to port it to VR, and then Kaimi was like, no, it's not. All you have to do is like set up this thingy, and everything is set up except for the head tracking, which takes a very short amount of time to set up. So yeah, we're gonna have that as well. So very excited about that. I really do like how VR works and looks and does all that stuff. So man in stocks. Okay. Now all we're gonna have to do, set it to global, go to the resources, prefabs, player prefabs. I think, no, that's not it. Yeah, you do have to do that. That is a bit harder for VR, but Unity has some pre-made stuff that you can use that is very, very, very helpful for that sort of stuff. So it's not really that much of a hassle to set up, although it does take some time. The main thing with the movement is that you can just bind it to a joystick, and to have a quality product, it would have to move around in the direction you are looking with forward and backwards and stuff like that. But overall, it wouldn't take too long to set up. Just do that. That looks pretty funny. Or not funny, that's pretty sad if you would be in that situation, but I guess that's how it is. Should this guy be moving his head from side to side is my question, to add a little bit of life to the world. Right now everything is pretty static except for the fire, so I guess I'll just do that anyways. Probably would look pretty okay. So let's just where? No, I don't want to edit that. Give me this guy. There you go. Delete the ground target thing, whatever that is. Rotate it up like that, and now he's gonna go like this. Or you could move his hands. Lol. Yeah, that happens to me a lot as well. I just forget what I'm doing, and then I'm like, why am I typing? Okay, let's just create an animator for this guy. Animate. Oh wait, no, I can just do this. Resources. Where do I go for this thingy? Animation controller, here it is. Man in stocks. Now, see this guy, cube 5, property cube 5, rotation, and then we have cube 3, rotation. Oh. Unity Collaborate, it's a bit weird. We used to use it for our previous projects a long time ago, but we switched to GitHub Desktop because it works a lot faster, and even though you do have to like, even though it is a bit of a hassle to set up, it is usually a lot more stable than Unity is, because Unity is just weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sucks, to be honest, in that respect at least. Okay, that looks pretty okay. Cube 7. Rotation. And now he's going to shake his head upwards. Now it's going to look something like that. Okay, that looks pretty decent, I would say. Except from the back, it's kind of no clipping, so I'm going to have to make his chest a little bit wider and thicker, like that. Does it allow to see each other in scenes and work together? Oh, no, it does not allow to see each other in scenes, at least from what I know. It works kind of like any other collaboration service that I know about. It's kind of what it does is you do some stuff, and then the other person does some stuff, and then you both push the changes, and you accept each other's changes. And usually you have to be pretty coordinated on what you're going to be editing so you don't accidentally edit the stuff that the other person's going to be editing and then mess something up with conflicts and stuff. Man in stocks. This thing is looping. Perfect. And where is this? Okay, this should loop automatically. I think it should play on awake. In a way, and because it's unreliable, it's just not as good as GitHub, honestly. GitHub works the same way. As far as I know, there isn't really a version manager or a file sharing thing that allows you to work at the same time and see each other's work, at least from my knowledge. So I guess it looks pretty okay. Slight movement. In the background, those stocks don't look too good, but could be better. I'm going to make them in Blender, actually. So I'm going to be doing some 3D modeling now. Let's see how that one works. Just scale that down so I can see the chat as well. Okay, so we're going to be editing the stocks that I made previously. And let's do that. So a stock, what does that look like? I would say it's kind of like a, it's a 3S, and I would honestly say that if you would get a VR headset, I would not get the 2 because it's not so high quality, but the 3S, it is pretty good for the price range that it is at, so I would honestly say it's, depending on if you even want to get a VR headset, if there's really no, if you don't have a use case for it, I would not recommend getting it, but I do have some use cases for it, like making the game and also playing some games as well, so that would be useful in my eyes. Okay, let's see. What do I do here? Boom. Like that. And then like that. Yeah, honestly, I would recommend it's like a niche thing. If it's not in the price range, then I would not recommend going for it. Honestly, it's not worth how much it costs. In my opinion, it's a bit too expensive for what I paid for it, but they do have a monopoly right now, MetaQuest, and it's the cheapest option, so honestly, and then it's up to you, to be honest. I don't want to give any advice that would end up crippling you financially. That's the least thing that I would want to do. Or last thing. Let's see what is going on over here. Fill that. All right, that looks pretty okay. Now we're gonna have to do it for this side as well. Oh man, why did I do this like this? Only I will ever know. Let's see. Okay. Let's fill it like that. Fill like that. Fill like that. And then finally fill like that. All right. Final filling section. Let's go. That just looks really bad. Okay, let's just try and do it like that. Okay. Almost done with this. So close, please. Please be done soon. And please be right proportions as well. Okay. Alright, I will look out for that. Thank you for letting me know. I will definitely try to look out for that as well. Let's try filling up some stuff here. See. That looks weird. And done with the stocks. Oh my goodness, that was a hassle. And we can actually just... What is happening here? Try to shrink that down a bit. Okay. Done. Now, file, export, FBX, downloads, export. Boom, 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 boom. Edit you. Now, this is the hard part to see if I messed anything up. Resources. Let's see here. Where in the world is models? There you go. Rename this to stocks. Do that. Did that go? Yeah, that went through. Now I have to rotate this. Scale it down. Move it like that. Move it like this. Down. If it's too small, I'm gonna have to move it like that. Then like that. Okay, that did not work on either side. Why is that? Oh no, okay. Well, I will just have to use cubes to cover that up. That is an issue with Blender. Yippee! Okay, let's try and do something like that. Why does snapping turn on? Okay. Move that like that. Slowly do it so it's perfect. Okay. It doesn't actually have to be perfect. I just realized that as well. Move it like that. Move it like that. Okay, come on. Go down. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's gonna be some random thing that's there for an undisclosed reason so that I don't have to explain that. And okay, that should be working now. Okay, we can just put on the material. It's pretty wonkers. time to turn off that. Should we make it so there was an interaction with player, like in It Takes Two, when player activates trigger, it activates cutscene, like NPCs are getting you in prison? So right now there are currently no NPCs in the game that I would do something like that with, because you're trying to explore like the barren wasteland of Hades, I guess that's what it is. So I couldn't really see how that would work, but in some other game, I guess that's in another type of game, I guess that would work, or not 100% sure how that would work, to be honest. Let's see, like that, and that's done. Let's see how that looks. Hopefully it looks good. Okay, let's see. See, boom, 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 and then there's these guys who are moving. Okay, yes. Alright, I guess that's gonna be it for this stream right now, because my back really hurts and I have to go and eat dinner. But thank you for being here for a very long time. You're awesome. See ya, I guess. Alright, I'm now going to end the stream, I guess. I'm just going to figure out how to do that. Alright.